So here's that one. Let me do this one. Now, a lot of people can't, you want to be careful with the glue, but I have no thumbprints, so I'm not afraid of a little bit of glue. But I like to press it down to get it. Here's the overall effect. And then I have yet to decide whether I wanted to use this one or this one, so I'm going to wait. And I'm going to do my pearls. And you can do them right here. Let me show you what I do. Put a little bit of glue. Maybe if my glue gun will listen to me and stay up. So you put them right here on the actual and then you're going to want to do that one right there. This is actually a very decently quiet video without the boom that y'all heard. So here's my pearls. And then you can do that one. Or, well, I can do that one or I can do that one. But I want to see which one looks better with my little cabochon. So, do I like that one? I think I like that one better. So I think I'm going to do that one. So what we're going to do, now that that's finished, we're going to take, I'm going to put a decent amount of glue. And we're going to put, see how I put that on the back after I sewed it? Then we're going to take and we're going to adhere it on. And that's finished. Okay. Get the little fray of glue off. And then since that's finished, we can set that down. We didn't use that one, but that's okay because we have an extra one for later or something else. We can set this down, and then we need to make our bow. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 9.5 inches of ribbon of our choice, fold it to find the center of it. Here's the center. I'm going to fold it over. Fold it over so you have that type of bow. And then you're going to pinch it and pinch it back. And I totally forgot to finish this off. So let me do this real quick. I was prepared, but not prepared enough. So let me get my dental floss. Keep in mind, this is my second video, so I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro at videotaping yet. But I put that on there. So I put it back on my needle. And I have to do this again. Here is the crease. Here is the fold. This is the fold. And if you like it, which I don't think it's too bad, then you fold and then fold backwards. Sew it real quick. Of course, when I don't have my stuff on me. You can also, if you can't find that, if you can't sew it down the center of it, just pull it through, and it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like you had it, but that's okay because the show must go on, as they say. And then since I didn't do it through, I'm going to tie it again. Then I'll cut it. I don't need that again, so I'm going to leave that away. And this is just an OCD thing I do, but with the extra strands, I like to set them down and glue them so they can't come out. So that's just something that I do. I don't know whether anybody else does it, but I did it. Okay. And then that's finished. And then I had originally wanted to put this piece on it, but I think this would look much better with a blue or a pink. So let me grab that real quick. And I'll let you all decide. Probably going to do the green for contrast, but it's the same stone, it's just a different color. So now that that's done, we want to put this right here. So let me glue that in real quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then with this going to go right here, I'm thinking that that might look better, but I don't like that one. So let's do the pink. Nope, I don't like the pink either. Here, see, this is about design. You have to, if it doesn't look right to you, then it's probably not going to look right to somebody else. So you always want to have a backup, or a few for that matter. So since none of this looked good, in my opinion, just use a simple one. And that is a regular, see, no fingerprints. I got glue right there. That's alright. Yeah. But since you don't, I didn't like the other ones. I'm not saying y'all didn't, but I didn't. So I had my choices, and I decided that the best one to use for me would be the clear iridescent one. So let me go ahead and put that on. And then let's do our, and that is going to be our finished product. And if there's any strings of glue, make sure to get it before you set it down. Otherwise it will show when you set it down. And so we're going to put that right in the center. And then that fascinator is finished. So there's many different things you can do with it. It's probably easier to see. So that is that one. So this is what, oops. So these are the two that were made. And actually, good thing for photoing, this is a tiny little diamond that I picked up to hold it up. I actually have two of them, so it actually will hold it up for you to show. Well, most of the time it does. It does, especially when you have like a clipper in it or something. But it holds it up for you to allow somebody to view. Now, one thing I didn't go over, I think I may have done it, but I'm not positive. But you want to heat seal the ends of the ribbons, which you probably already all know. And then this one doesn't really have much curling to it, but that is one of the ideas. And then these with all kinds of different, tiny little feathers that you have. Don't throw them away. Keep them. And the reason being, I'll show you in a minute, you can actually curl those ones too. I think I showed you that already. But if you keep the little ones, you can make feather pads like that. Aren't those really pretty? I just need to put a center right here. I think they would be beautiful. This one's real pretty. See, I've got feathers everywhere. Get in the trash. Okay. And then with these ones, see, all these are curled. Remember I showed you how to curl them, so you don't really ever have to buy these in bulk like the majority of y'all. Well, I know I do anyways. I had to. I used to buy these Nagori feather pads in bulk, and now I just buy the feathers and I make my own pretty little feather pads. You just have to make sure that you have your kind of, in fact you can't really see it on this one, but like here's a cloth cut out for your feather pad, or like here's a felt one, cut a felt, like almost like a guitar pick. I think it's a huge one, but that kind of style, and you just start from the top and work your way down, and so the bottom ones are in the front. Now what you can do with things like this, like here's just an idea. You could use a tiny little embellishment like that for the end, or like this one, like how this one is. You can do tiny little pearls, and I actually would love to do this one with some purple because it's got that peacock look. Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. But you can put the pearls, oops, it's out of frame, but you can put the pearls either sparingly or, I mean sporadically I should say. And it just looks really elegant. See how that transformed to being very elegant. You could do that with that. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. So, in order to do these, I use a glue gun. In fact, this is one of the newer ones I have, but I have a few of them. My husband is going to get me a cobalt one, or what is the other one? Well, one of the actual, what do you call it? The, like a Home Depot or a Lowe's drill, or not drill, but a glue gun. I'm really excited, but I gotta wait. So this is what I use at the time. But I use the tiny little, it's got a tiny little point on it. So I just make sure I have a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. Make sure you take the string away. And you just put it down wherever you desire. Just a little bit, because you don't want the glue to show. Isn't that pretty? I know that this is not what you guys wanted, Danielle and Shelby, but I hope that this will help the idea. Fundamentals part of it. See that little string? You don't want to leave that because it will show you don't want it to. Alright, so there's the idea. Now let me grab, I should have had this out already, but let me grab something that would be ideal in this aspect for that center. I have a purple. And most of you all know the buttons. This is the purple one, by the way. Most of you all know that the buttons have shanks on them, which are those things. You can use a generic pair of scissors to cut it. I do. I don't like it flinging or it goes all over it. I cut it off. So you have that piece, and you now have this little shank that would have been on the button, but now it looks like that. So let me finish doing these ones real quick. It's not going to take me too long. See, there's a little string of glue, that little stinker. Hope y'all had a great day today. I had to go into town and all the students are back, so it was yay fun. Alright, 2 more. One more. And finito with that. Alright, and then see how pretty that looks? Let me put it on. Oh, goodness. So we put the glue on here. You want to put a decent amount. And then the button, or your embellishment. And that'd be really pretty on a headband, correct? In fact, I've got one here, I think. Oh, this is a tiny, tiny, tiny little doll headband, but you'll get the idea. And then you just go like that. Isn't that pretty? I've got to have an adult one around here. I've got a lot of projects I'm working on right now. Okay, this is totally, totally a color clash. Well, maybe, most likely. But here's the idea. And see how pretty that is? You have yourself a hair fascinator. So, next time you have those tiny, tiny, tiny little feathers, do not throw them out. So you can make something like that with it. You can even put this on a clip. Clippy, and put it in the hair. Even a snap clip might work. I'm not going to say it will, but as long as you are able to place it right here on the back appropriately, then you should be fine. I'm just not going to put it on right now, so if you need a tutorial for that, write down below and I will take time to do it. I will be doing another video tomorrow. I'm unclear of what I am doing, but I have quite a few requests for videos, so I'm going to try to get to them this week. I am a mother of 4, so if I don't get to it, please bear with me. I homeschool as well, so it can be a bit crazy around here. Either way, I wanted to make sure that y'all got to see how to do it. I am glad you watched. Sorry for the drama. And, oops, we have a little attachment. So there's many different styles you can do, and in order to do like a whole flower, instead of doing this stuff, you just continue on that back. So, I don't have the feathers down or I would do it, but basically you just want to use tiny little ones. These are half an inch I think, rounds. Either way, the size doesn't matter as long as you're using it the right way. just make sure that if you wanted to do the flower, that you lay the feathers out first, because you're going to want to see what it looks like before you make it stationary. Because once it's stationary, you do not want to take it apart. It just use it for something else, or start all over again if you messed up, because you can use that for something else, or you can make an embellishment out of it for like a scrapbook page. For, in this sense, it's a wedding, so you could do a gift having something that's similar to it with your oops. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can use it for something else. Do not freak out. You just start all over again, and practice makes perfect. So don't freak out. Again, comment below with any videos you need me to do, and I guess that would be it. I showed you all these. I showed you the feathers. The feather puffs I will do at a different time. In fact, I can do it right now. Well, how long is this video? 20 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let it go, and then I'll just do another one. Sorry it's so long, guys. Hope you do a good job, Shelby and Danielle. Just make sure I get to see your pretty, beautiful creations, alright? Take care, y'all. Designer Rachel out.